They run here with Jason Huntley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Broncos.
To throw is Murray. And he'll flip this out to Huntley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. A run with Huntley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now,
and this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Alvaro Cuebuna
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. That's complete, Okuegbuna. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Broncos.
Here's Murray. Touchdown, Broncos. KJ Hamler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw with Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. First down, Murray. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 15-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there. And
he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jason Huntley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. McManus's point after is good, and the rout is on here in this first half.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to get this drive started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half from Murray. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out, and we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Carr now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And that'll set them back 5. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd and 12, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Carr now to throw. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Max 22, Max 22. Hey, 734.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Broncos 56, Raiders 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw his Carr. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Murray. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam from 6 yards away. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Broncos 63, Raiders 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a second down and 6. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bronco score. KJ Hamler, 65 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Returning it, here's Hamler.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
42-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Meanwhile, the throw here's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. You don't want 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Shotgun now from Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jacobs now. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys, got the mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have